What I'd like to do this morning is talk about the world in which our company lives. Hello, John. Which is the world of commerce and payments. So there are a lot of things in the mobile world that I won't be talking about, but where we live is at the absolute intersection of shopping or retail or commerce and payments. And I will tell you that what's happened in the last 12 to 18 months has changed our point of view about the future and also helped shape our company strategy. Because there's been a profound change in how consumers are behaving, and I believe will behave over the next 3 to 5 years. In fact, we believe we're at an inflection point. And I'll make a statement, a prediction. I believe there'll be more change in how consumers shop and pay in the next 3 years than there's been in the last 20. Think about that. More change in how they shop and pay in 3 years than in 20. And this is being consumer-led, technology-enabled, and it will create winners and losers. Here's the analogy. How many of you own an iPad? Okay, me too. How many of you are consuming media in a fundamentally different way today than you were before you got the iPad? Right? iPad's less than 3 years old. So we talked about the digitization of media for a decade, and not a lot changed. And then a technology came out, and consumers, all of us, fundamentally changed how we're consuming media. That's an example of inflection in the media industry, and that kind of inflection, it'll be slightly different, but an analogous kind of inflection is coming to shopping and paying. So shopping is now being woven into our lives. It's not necessarily a distinct activity, and consumers feel like we have a mall in our pocket. We want to bring it to us on our terms. That has profound implications for retailers and merchants around the world. I can't tell you the number of retailers that have come to us in the last year and said, my goodness, we need to go multi-channel. No longer is it enough to have our physical stores and our own website. If consumers are starting their shopping on a mobile device, I need to be where consumers are starting their shopping. And we don't have a mobile app. Or we'll get a mobile app, but our mobile app will never be in the top 10 of the Apple deck or the Android deck. So retailers are realizing they need to go multi-channel. Retailers are saying, my God, demand generation is changing. When we think about mobile, we view it as just another device to access the web. It's a tool in the consumer's hands. And that tool is getting quite powerful. From a standing start 3 years ago, today, over $5 billion of commerce will close on a mobile device for eBay. Over $3.5 billion of payments will occur on a mobile device via PayPal. And you see the growth curves. They're extraordinary. And I wish I could tell you it was our brilliance that was causing this, but it's not. What it is we're providing good applications that consumers are taking charge of, and they're using them in ways that even we wouldn't have guessed. Visual shopping. It makes sense when you're buying a computer to type in computer or bar scan it, but for clothing and soft goods, it's a much more visual experience. And so we're working on a capability where if you're walking down the street and I like that shirt or I like that pair of shoes, I just take a picture of it. And based on visual recognition, it goes into the eBay inventory and finds inventory that matches that visually, which is how people want to shop. That'll be out by the end of the year. And I think you'll see an extraordinary advance in visual and voice search through the mobile device, which will have an impact on shopping. It'll make shopping a lot easier. Again, it won't be like you're going shopping. It'll be like you're walking down the street. I think that's cool. I wonder if I can get that light somewhere. Last example, which is a PayPal one. This is moving into the services arena. There's a pizza chain in the UK called Pizza Express. And they have built an app where their biggest problem was people didn't like standing in lines. So you walk into Pizza Express, You go sit down at a table, you order your pizza from your table, and you pay for it using PayPal. And you heard yesterday in the mobile wallet discussion, PayPal's going to make it so you never need to stand in a line. You just pay for it right there, so you don't have to stand in line. And so these are just some of the innovations that we're seeing of how consumers are grabbing control of the mobile device and shopping and paying the way they want to. I'll repeat where I started. We believe that there'll be more change in how consumers shop and pay in the next 3 years than there's been in the last 10 to 20. Consumers are in charge. Technology enables it. And at eBay, we are simply a technology platform that helps consumers get what they want, when they want it, how they want it, and helps merchants compete in this new commerce environment. And we will never compete with them.